You can take the children and bounce them on their knees. Bounce them on the niggas and sing a melody. The vinyl man, ooh, did you miss Mary?
Yes!
Welcome back to another dope session of HOODIES the podcast. I'm the host, the guard Rashidi. As you can tell, I'm under the weather. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had a cold or anything of the sort since 2018. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut myself some slack, right? But you know how... Okay, this is irritating. We ain't doing that right now. So check it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get up in this thing, alright? So let's do it. I'm not telling y'all nothing that you don't already know, right? The barber world changed when COVID-19 hit. First off, nobody even took it serious at first. I've said this before. Well, I didn't take it serious at first. In fact, I ain't take COVID serious until the NBA games got canceled. Then I thought, oh shit, this must be serious. They shut down basketball? They shut down basketball? Shit, they shut down sports, period? That was when I knew it was real. And then shortly after that, schools, gyms, salons, and barbershops was ordered to shut down too. It was bleak for a minute. Face masks, sickness, fear, stress. Listen, since COVID did hit though, because there was some good to come out of it, travel nurses and such, they became a thing. More so during that time, and during the time of COVID. Well, I guess any time after COVID is the time of COVID, I guess. But when it first hit, and then afterwards, that's when travel nurses and such and travel therapists and things of that nature became a thing. But anyway, about a month and a half after the shutdown of schools and gyms and this, that, and the third, about a month and a half, salons, nail shops, barbershops was able to reopen, but only by appointment. You know what I'm saying? In an effort to avoid crowds and things like that. A lot of barbers in particular started working by appointment. In my case, with so much clientele, I worked by appointment. That was real good for me because I was just doing first come, first serve at the time. That was good for me and good for a whole lot of barbers. Remote working became a thing also during COVID. Businesses started to realize that they could cut costs by having personnel working from home. Makes sense. So what I'm saying is a new norm had come about. There was a new norm. And COVID did that. Right? COVID also killed the shop talk. Everything is appointments more so than what it ever was before. So the era of walking into a barbershop, right, on a Saturday morning, waiting for a decent amount of time, experiencing the culture of talking shit, you know what I mean, and getting loud and cackling all loud. Come on, paper. Ah, damn it. Yeah, all of that started to change. You know what I mean? Sharing ideas, dropping the most precious of jewels, meeting beautiful women, the DVD, mixtape, Egyptian Musk Brother, you know what I'm saying? And all the youngins selling candy bars for $1. It's not the same as it once was. And sorry about the sound. I'm in a suite, so there's other suites here with other people in them. So we just getting it how we get it. But the point is, COVID did that. COVID changed a lot, right? And not that I'm into this, but around Valentine's Day, folk used to come around to the local barbershop selling roses and chocolates and balloons. Like, yo, come get some roses for that special lady, brother. You just get your roses. You know what I'm saying? And yo, don't let it be a female selling roses. Yo, King, I know you're gonna bless your queen with some roses, King. You know what I'm saying? And listen, don't tell me you ain't got no queen, cause you fine. I know you fine, brother. So no, I ain't even trying. I know you got a queen. And your dumb ass, you start digging off in your pocket and start buying mad roses and shit. You know what I mean? And she be like, see, I see you, King. You looking out for your queen. I see you, King. Translation, Gotcha, bitch.
Yes!
Gotcha. You fell for that shit. But those were the days. Listen, that's just what the barbershop was. That's what it was. And listen, at one point, and it may still be, depending on where you are, it might still be that way. But things at large, for the most part, have changed. So now, because of that change, folks are now working in a barbershop for a time, garnering clientele, and instead of getting a shop, well, it's still their own business, but instead of getting a shop with an open floor, right? Barbers are now, they're like, forget trying to build with other barbers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to do that and build with other barbers, they're getting suites now and just doing for themselves. It used to be an open floor barbershop was the wave. Now, a suite barbershop is the wave. With some cases, there's like 2 or 3, some just 1. Barbers are starting to do for themselves, right? But truth be told, barbershop or a suite, harsh truth, man. Some of y'all not gonna make it. It don't even matter if COVID came or not. Just call it what it is. It doesn't even matter. Some of y'all wasn't gonna make it anyway.
Yes!
I've told people that straight to their face before. And I wasn't saying it just to be mean. I was saying it based off what I had observed. I've seen many people come and go before I became an owner. You know what I'm saying? You can tell who's got the work ethic and just who don't. Some of y'all just simply not gonna make it. And that's a harsh truth. And some of you deep down in your heart of hearts, you already know. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's break it down. I'm gonna tell you why. Right after this. Right after this. Right after this. Right after this. Everybody wants the spoils, but nobody wants the war.
Yes!
Let me explain. A lot of you new barbers, man, y'all act like y'all too good to sit in the shop and wait for walk-ins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all act like y'all too good. They told you in barber school, you can make your own hours and you can come and go as you please. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do. And see, what you should do is ask those instructors, have you ever owned a barbershop before? You ever at least managed a barbershop before? Some of them probably haven't done that. Some of them haven't. Some of them have. But a lot of them haven't. Okay? Right? So you listen to that. Then you come in at noon and leave at 5. And even then, you take about 2 hours running the streets during that time. I'll be back. And then you come back and complain. Shit, ain't nobody coming in. Man, it's slow in here. You start talking like that. Forgive my voice. And then some of you do very little to promote yourselves. Listen, not staying in the shop waiting for clientele, it's you shooting yourself in the foot with a 45 because you can't predict when walk-ins will walk in. So if running the streets is dumb, let's just call it what it is.
Yes!
Running the streets is just dumb. It's dumb. You need to sit your ass down and get to know yourself. What's the point in promoting yourself, right? Why promote yourself and then when people show up, you ain't even there? How does that work? How does it work, man? You pass out cards and QR codes, flyers and things like that. It's kind of dated. Folk don't really do that no more, right? So cards and QR codes on a card or just a QR code with a sticker. Some people got a QR code on their phone and they talk to people and then they scan it right then and there. But anyway, say you do that. Client comes in and you ain't in the building. How does that work? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? This come and go as you please shit. What you should do what you want to do. But what you should do is you ought to talk to the shop owner and ask what the shop hours are and work within that. Listen, you ain't in the position to be coming and going as you please, so to speak. You're not in the position to be coming in late and leaving early yet. Because you aren't established yet. It's a big boy game. You know what I'm saying? The big boys got time in, skin in the game, and mad clientele. They can play those type games. Leave that for the big boys. You know what I'm saying? Some of you take forever to cut a fade. Some of you barbers, listen, the time that it takes for you to cut a simple fade, I can do a cut and shave and be halfway through my next client before you get done with the same service. I've seen it many, many times, time and time again, right? And that's another thing. And by the way, I haven't put numbers on each one, but let's just say that this is number 5, right? It takes time to get conditioned, right? Conditioned for what, you might be asking? Okay, conditioning your mind and your body to standing on your feet for an extended period of time, which is also part of the reason why you should get in some type of shape. You know what I'm saying? Some of you are fat, big as a house, and be ready to leave after you cut like 3 or 4 heads, 3 or 4 clients. Y'all ready to go home. You ready to go. Because number one, you take forever, and then you're not conditioned to being on your feet. It takes time to get conditioned. Some of y'all don't want to do that. You think you're too good to do that, right? As you grow in this industry, you'll have days where you'll book solid. You know what I'm saying? And won't even have enough time to eat lunch. Now, I know some barbers, they set like a lunch break in their schedule. I was always to get a smoothie and keep on rocking out type of barber. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get this money. I'm getting this money, right? But even if you set aside a break, that's still a lot of standing. That's still a lot of standing. That could take a toll on your feet. It can take a toll on your back. It can take a toll on your lower back, especially if your posture ain't right. You got to have good posture going with that too, right? Some of you, and if you sitting here thinking that this is corny, you probably ain't gonna make it, right? At first it's crazy, but then it becomes commonplace to spin your chair all day. That's conditioning. It takes time for that. It takes time to build clientele. Every barber that you are fascinated by on IG or YouTube, they had the same humble beginnings. That one barber, you're like, yo, this nigga nice. He had the same humble beginnings. They too had to start somewhere, right? Another reason why some of you ain't gonna make it, forgot the number, but some of you really need to stop being shitty bosses and shitty employees. Yes! Shitty bosses and shitty employees. What do I mean that? What do I mean by that? Sure. You are your own boss, just as you are also your own employee, right? The boss in you should already be on the type of time that I've explained already. You should already be on that type of time. You understand? And the employee in you should respect the boss and comply. And what's crazy, and not to sound condescending or whatever, that just went over a lot of y'all's head. For those of you who just got that, you probably one of the ones that's going to make it. You're going to make it in the game, right? Get over yourself, man. Get over yourself and do what the fuck you need to build your clientele and to build your brand. Or else you'll just be just another barber who went to barber school who never took the state board exam. Call me what you want, but if you don't have a license, if you're not certified, as far as I'm concerned, you're not a barber. You just a motherfucker with a pair of clippers. Just like a mechanic who doesn't go to get the ASE certification. If you don't have that, as far as I'm concerned, you just a nigga who works on cars. That's it. And then I can't forget this part. I can't forget it. I've witnessed all kinds of people, but this is another one that really stands out and that's coming to my head right now. Some of you are so hood that other barbers don't want to be around you, right? Every conversation always ends up being about the bid that you did. It could be a conversation about Martin and Malcolm and their struggles, and somehow you always segue to your fucking trial. You know what I'm saying? You can't even talk about people from a particular state. I don't like New York niggas. A New York nigga snitched on me, fam. Barbers like you need to get some serious, ongoing therapy. You know what I'm saying? You wear your trauma on your sleeve. You wear your insecurities on your sleeve, so you overcompensate by playing tough in every situation. Every situation. And it's only a matter of time before you end up at another barbershop. You know what I'm saying? That shit is annoying, and trust me, barbers and shop owners are not impressed or intimidated. What you have is a hurt that's been unresolved. And I would suggest that you do some inner work. Yes! Some real inner work, fam. That's free game right there. You're welcome. So again, COVID's got barbers going by appointments more so than ever before. More so, my bad. It was going on before, but more so than ever before. Remote working and things like that, more so than ever before, right? Booking apps, they can be a huge help in promoting yourself, a huge tool in promoting yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can also use it to communicate with your clients. For example, the booking app that I use is called Booksy, right? It's called Booksy. Booksy was clutch when it came to me when it came to me letting my clients know that I was relocating my business to a suite. You know what I'm saying? I was able to text and email every single client in one swoop. One swoop. You know what I'm saying? And boom, the skill suite. Yes! Indirectly, and 3 years later, COVID did that. COVID did a lot of shit. I'll come back with that another time. I'm the guard Rashidi. This is Hoodies, man. Peace. Word, let's go.
Subscribe to this channel.